She is bold. She's powerful. She is inspiring. She's healthy. She's out of debt. She's worth millions of dollars. Like, she's this, she's this. And I went through this whole list and I felt really empowered by it. And then I started writing in the past tense, which is what scripting is. Writing down your goals and desires as though they've already happened. And as you do it, what you're really doing is you're tricking your brain into believing that it's happened.
What's up, world? It's your boy Big Court of the Holdin Court Podcast and Legacy Builders. You already know what it is, man. I'm here with my beautiful oldest daughter, Rachel Renee.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
Good day, LA.
Yes, ma'am. So, real quick. I almost forgot, but I'm not. So, of course, I have my new community, Legacy Builders, that I want you guys to tap into. Focuses on mind, money, and motivation. IamBigCourt.com. You can go and tap in. We have all the courses we have. It's like considered like a school, and I'm the principal, and I have a bunch of coaches in there. So you want to make money with e-commerce, you want to monetize your talents, you want to monetize social media. We have all of that. So go tap in. IamBigCourt.com. So today we have a very, very special guest, and we switching up the format a little bit here, you know, and I love it. She is amazing. She's a thought leader, motivational speaker, author, correct?
Best-selling author.
Best-selling author and probably almost 20 million followers across all of her platforms, and also Forbes #1 female motivational speaker under 40. Ooh. Yes, very accomplished. Natasha Graziano.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here. What an intro. Yes. I love it. And it's such a beautiful family.
Yes, thank you.
I love that. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so fun.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate you. You know, you have a busy day, busy schedule, as we all do here in LA, but I appreciate you taking time out to come sit down with us.
I'm so happy to be here.
Yeah.
So happy to be here with you guys.
Yeah. So,
and your platform sounds amazing, by the way.
Yeah,
that you
thank
were
you.
just talking about.
Thank you.
It sounds really cool.
We gotta get her in there.
I want to get, I was about to say, we're going to talk. I want to get you on there. But so real quick, because I know we don't have a lot of time, so I'm going to just dive right into it. So you being one of the top motivational speakers, and also being one of the few women that are dominant in that space, it's kind of a male-driven space. I kind of want to start just really quick. You've been through a lot of hardships. You've overcome a lot. Talk about that for a second.
So, yeah, I mean, when people see me today, I'm like, you have no idea where I've come from, what I've been through. So it was only a few years ago that I was a single mom. I was in hundreds of thousands of debt. I felt like I couldn't get out. I was stuck. I was in the UK, and I felt like I was suppressed and this illness I was facing. And I didn't know what to do. And I kept looking around me thinking, like, how am I getting out of here? How am I going to heal myself? How am I going to overcome this? How am I going to overcome where I am in life? And it was in that moment I was listening to Denzel Washington, a beautiful speech on YouTube. And I was looking in the mirror, and I started like preaching life over myself. His words saying, pain is just temporary. What you're going through is just temporary. Like, don't let this hold you back. And I was just preaching that life into myself until I suddenly had this breakthrough. And it was this pivotal moment I will never forget, tears streaming down my face. And I was like, I'm going to heal myself, and I'm going to be a motivational speaker. And it was like, wait, what? Me? I'm going to be a motivational speaker? I've never even done that. I've never even gone on stage in my life. I mean, I've never even spoken to a large audience, let alone help people. And I was a model at the time, and at that point I would, been doing nothing for 4 years, and I was unwell. So I was like, God, where am I going? But I just stuck to it. And every day I started to heal myself. I started to work on myself. And every day I got 1% better. And 1% better. And I looked at my son and I was like, I'm going to be a role model for you. I'm going to be a role model for you and somebody else in this world. And I just knew if I can get 1% better every day, I will change my life and go on to share that with the world. And I did.
Okay. So let me ask you, so you being a motivational speaker, and so you're helping millions, you're touching millions, you're inspiring millions, but who do you go to be nurtured and to be fed? Where do you get motivation from?
Wow, such a great question. Well, obviously, first and foremost, I believe in God. So God is very important in my life. But I also have mentors. Like every mentor has a mentor. Rhonda Byrne has been a great mentor of mine who I adore and love. She's the author of The Secret. and Marie Diamond, who's in The Secret, who I also work with, and she's my mentor. So I have people who are nurturing to me and like look after me, and they have mentors too. So everybody along the chain is, looked after. So I definitely have that. And it's very important to have a coach, to have a mentor. Like until you put yourself first, no one else is going to. Until you invest in yourself, nobody else is going to invest in the way you need, because you need to show the universe first and foremost, I actually believe in myself and I actually put myself first.
Right.
Because we give so much, right? We give so much out, particularly in my career, your career. We give so much to the world. And so we're constantly, I'm on tour and I'm signing things for fans for 4 hours at a go. And then I'm on stage to 25,000 people. The energy is like,
yep.
So we have to look after us as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So talk about scripting.
Oh, yeah.
Scripting your life.
Okay.
Yeah. What
So
break
fun.
that down for us. What's scripting your
Okay,
life?
so scripting was what I found during that moment of breakthrough. So I've been journaling like in the present tense at the end of my day, like had the worst day of my life. I was like, it was just terrible. And I was like, I don't want to be focused on this stuff anymore. I want to be focused on something positive. I want to be focused on something that feels good. So why don't I just create my own story? When I redesign my story, I'm the architect of my life. In fact, that's when I realized we are the director of our movie. We choose our character and you write your script. So I'm like, let me redesign my character. Let me play a different version of Natasha. So there and behold was born this new version, the Natasha Graziano you see today. So I was like, okay, here she is. She is bold. She's powerful. She is inspiring. She's healthy. She's out of debt. She's worth millions of dollars. Like she's this, she's this. And I went through this whole list and I felt really empowered by it. And then I started writing in the past tense, which is what scripting is, writing down your goals and desires as though they've already happened. And as you do it, what you're really doing is you're tricking your brain into believing that it's happened. And your brain doesn't know when you write it down and talk about it in the past tense, whether it has happened or whether it's imaginary, and it stores it as a memory. And that is the key to really creating a new future.
Okay. So basically, we attract what we think about.
Yes.
We attract, you believe in the power of the tongue.
Yes.
Speaking it.
Spells. That's why they say, how do you spell a word? It's a spell. People put a spell on you when they talk, when you talk to them. And somebody's like, be careful, don't fall in the hole, or you're going to fall in the hole. Or like, oh, yeah, if you go there, you'll see what I mean. She'll be a bitch to you too. Or all these little things that we don't think mean anything, but they really do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, no, hold your thought to yourself, honey. Like, I don't need it.
Yeah. So you and I, we understand the importance of mindset, obviously.
Yes.
Why do you think some people never live up to their full potential?
Because they get stuck in the past. They get stuck in the mundane. They get stuck in the stuff they've got to do every day. They get stuck in like the day-to-day life. A. The other person gets stuck in B, which is I'm stuck in the past. Oh, my mom did this to me when I was a kid. Oh, I'll never amount to anything. Sweetie, how long are you going to live by her definition of you until you realize your definition of you? Are you going to live by somebody else's agenda, somebody else's thoughts and feelings and behaviors that they project onto you, or are you going to change? People don't realize their full potential because they're still stuck and not willing to try. They're sitting in the past going, oh, well, what happened to me back then, and this trauma and this thing. And yes, we have all had traumas, and some people far worse than others. And, my heart goes out to some of those things. And I've been through some terrible things in my life, and I have been raped. I have had sexual abuse on bad levels, but I didn't allow that person to steal from my future anymore. Once I realized this right here that I'm sharing on your show, when I realized we are in control of our destiny, when I realized I don't want somebody from the past to steal my future. That's what they want. They want to ruin your life, or they wanted to at the time, or maybe they unintentionally did it and have no idea. But when am I going to wake up and change my life and say, I'm not living by somebody else's feeling. I want to live by my own.
Right. Do you think that success favors some people?
No. Success is available to everybody. But I'll tell you who it does favor. It favors people who believe in it.
Right.
It favors the person that wakes up every day and says, I'm successful.
Right.
Like, I'm going to favor you, honey. I'm going to give you more because that's the law of attraction. I talk about this in my TED Talk in scripting. The like attracts like. If you wake up and you are feeling empowered and you're feeling successful and you go about your day with confidence, you're going to attract more good things to you. Like maybe you're sitting here watching this right now and you're like, I want to be on that podcast. Well, how are you showing up every day?
That's right.
Are you showing up in such an amazing place where they're going to contact you?
Exactly.
Are you feeling or you contact them and they say yes, like feel good.
Yeah.
Success breeds success. But really from the get-go, if it's like from ground zero, it doesn't favor anybody. Everybody's on the same playing field, but then we start to get our mind corrupted. We really start to push away success because we, as humans, that's innate. It's like a plane. Yeah. The plane is constantly going off course, right? And the pilot spends most of the flight just bringing it back on course, bringing it back on course. That's our mind. Our mind is negative. It will naturally go off and think, oh, so bad, this is bad, all the time. You have to pull it back on course and just feel like I can do this no matter what.
No, that's right. That's right. You.
Oh no, I feel like I'm getting so much energy that you don't get to experience this energy like all the time.
I know,
so I'm
people
kind of I'm relishing in
I'm
it.
a lot.
Yeah, no, it's lovely because seeing a woman to like fully assume her power. I like that you're direct. I like that you're assertive in your energy. You know what I mean? I like that you're a wolf about it. And it's like, I feel like more women need to step into that and not just kind of, I'm just going to be the soft feminine or what we think is soft feminine. And it's like, no, run your queendom and build your queendom.
Run it, queen. Girl. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
And dress the part. Like you're a great example of this. You got this beautiful blue on your eyes, beautiful blue on your jacket. Right. So you emanate this like luxury queen energy. That's you, right?
You.
So every woman has her version of that, whatever that looks like.
I agree.
But if confidence is like that, you put on an outfit. If you put it on and you feel amazing, you will burst into that room with people going, wow, who's that? Before you even enter. And then you walk through and people are like, whoa, your energy is infectious. When I walk through a place, everyone's like, and it's not because of my looks, it's because of the energy I'm putting out. Trust me, I go in there with no makeup in like, I'm dressed because when you're not dressed, you're not going to get that same vibe.
That's right.
But when I'm dressed, people are like, they're looking. And like I said, it's my energy.
Yeah.
Can you explain that a little bit more for those? Now, I'm an energy girl all day. I'm right there with you. I actually started scripting a few years ago.
Okay.
That's why we do the whole goat moves, all of that.
Okay.
When I'm in the back, I have my moon time.
Wow.
I go out like literally.
She's like Mother Earth.
Yes.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
So that is I.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Yes, I'm the one in the family. But
Love that.
I do. I like that because it is work, and it's a mental work. And I think it's very hard to look at yourself because I went through that too. And I also had chronic illness. I had EBV and almost lost my life. And it was in that moment because with getting sick, why it was such a blessing was that I couldn't run from myself anymore. I couldn't go work. I couldn't go make money. I couldn't go distract myself
You were
with
forced to
productivity.
sit down and re-look at who you were. Wow.
Yes.
I can't believe you went through that too.
Yes, girl. Yes.
How did you heal?
Medical medium and my best friend.
Yep.
Yes, the whole protocol.
Yeah.
Shout out to medical medium.
Yeah. The celery and everything.
Yes,
yeah.
the heavy
Yeah.
metal
the
detox
celery.
smoothies, the celery
the
juice.
celery.
Yes.
She's
You
been
better
trying to tell me about celery. I'm I grew up hating celery. Like, who eats
Really?
celery? But she thinks it's the key to
It is.
life.
I do it every day.
Thank you.
Every day. And I know when I travel and I don't do
Amen.
it, I'm like, I have to
You're
order
dehydrated.
it. Yeah,
you
don't feel as
Your
good.
skin isn't as bright.
There's a way. There's a way. He's
Really?
coming on my show soon. So
Celery.
yeah, no, it's a thing.
Okay.
It's a thing. Yeah, he's coming on. He's super cool.
Oh
Who-
my
who
God,
is this?
medical
Anthony
medium,
Williams.
Anthony Williams.
Yeah.
I have like 3 of his books, and he's coming to Culver City in June, and we're going to his signing next month. He's going to be at the Airline.
Yeah, I think that's when he's coming
Maybe
on.
we can get him on the show. I've never heard of him.
Yo,
He
you
saved my life.
should.
It's the
He should
celery
be
No,
on
man.
the
you
show.
should because that's
the celery
yeah,
guy.
it's so
Yes.
yeah, the celery guy. I love that. Oh my
Okay,
God.
the celery
Diet
guy.
is such a big part of who we
Yes.
are, but what we like, how we believe. Like honestly,
Yes.
I had neuroscientists I was chatting to yesterday, and we were talking about this in the episode. We were saying, look, when you actually believe in your healing and you believe in whatever it is you're doing, that's why the placebo works. It will work.
It's like alchemy.
Right.
Like when I'm juicing, I'm like, no, you're going into my body for a purpose.
Wow,
You know what I mean? Like
you're
when I
already
do
in
the
that
smoothie,
mind state.
yes.
Oh, it's
like
such
you're
a big
programming
thing.
it.
It's belief. So when you script, when you write it down, it doesn't matter whether it's true or not. It's whether you believe it.
The power of the mind is
That's
real.
it.
So let me ask you. So if because you guys are kind of educating me to some metaphysical,
Yes.
solar and quasar type thing. So, so if you believe and you manifest and you think about these things, where does like God play a role in that?
So
God is
beautiful.
creativity.
Right. God is creativity, great place to start, but God is everything. He's in everything, and we still have free will. So he places us here, and we're preordained to do so many things. Like, you're born for this purpose, but will you find it?
Right.
It's like it's a gift wrapped up inside of us called our purpose. And it's up to us to unwrap it and find it.
You owe it to God. I feel like you owe it because you are an extension. You are a reflection. And it's like, I gave you these gifts. Go and do it, because the hero and the villain have the same story. Going to what you were saying earlier, like, everybody's been traumatized. Everybody's been through things. But to be able to transmute it into purpose, I think is where the alchemy and the separation between, I hate to say the regular, for the masses and the outliers, that's where it goes.
Right.
I deeply believe that there is a higher power, and that I call it God, right? So I'm like, for me, I'm like, I know every day, like, I can rely on that, and it's about having faith through the madness. It's about having faith through the mess,
that's
and
right.
making your mess the message, and turning everything around. So I feel that he guides so much. However, we really guide our lives, because when you go do something bad, it's the same. Where does God play a part in that? You have free will.
You're co-creating.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. Like, seriously.
Absolutely. But
That's a
I
fact.
don't believe in, like, we get punished after life. I think you just come back in a real, like, worse place.
Yeah.
So, like, I know I did something right in my last life because I've been so abundant in this one. And I think people who come back really suffering, chose that from whatever they went through in the last life, the karma they didn't play out.
I always say that I subscribe to that too. You have to learn how to create in chaos. That's one of my
I love that. Creating chaos.
You have to learn how to create in chaos. What would you say to people who have not yet discovered what their purpose is? There are a lot of people that they know they want things, they want to be happy, they want to be successful, but they haven't found their purpose. How does one discover that?
Well, the first thing you do is you ask yourself, what am I great at? Like, what am I really good at?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm good at painting. I'm good at helping people. Okay. Now, what do people say you're really good at?
Yes.
Okay, they tell me I'm really good at counseling them. They tell me that I'm really good at giving advice about XYZ. I'm always available. Whatever it is, right? You've got compliments that you always get. For me, it's your energy. Like, your energy. I've had this since I was a kid. So I knew, okay, I got to do something around energy. But it was obvious. My calling came, right? It dropped into my head. So if you are lucky enough to have it literally plop into your head, and by the way, sweetie, whoever's listening, this don't usually happen when you are in a good place. It happens in a bad time, because comfort is the enemy.
Of
right?
progress.
Of progress.
Yes.
Comfort is the enemy of growth.
Yeah.
Discomfort is where we grow from. We grow when it's hard.
That's right.
We grow when it's tough. When we're down, that is where your breakthrough happens.
No, that's a fact.
How do people get through that?
I was going to say, I've learned much more in failure than I ever did in success.
That's what makes success.
Yeah.
Like, I say to people, judge me by how many times I've fallen down and got back up.
Yeah.
Don't look at me now, my success. Great. I do amazing things now, and I help a lot of people, and I do a lot of philanthropy. But look at how many times I was knocked down.
No, that's a fact.
How many times I wanted to do something and it didn't happen. How many times I was rejected before I went on my first stage.
Yeah. I tell people that all the time. They only see the winning side. They only see the accoutrements of success. They don't see the failures, and
They see the overnight. They don't see the 10 years.
The 10 years.
The 10-year cycle of hell leading up to
There
it.
is always so much that goes into it. But it really comes down to your purpose is something within you that either comes to you as a message, you feel it through a hard time, or you're going to find it yourself by finding out what makes you happy and what helps other people. That's it. Every day, wake up and go, God, show me my assignment for today. Show me how I can move forward. Show me how I can better somebody else's life and get closer to my ultimate goal. Show me how I can help more people. And all of a sudden, a charity presents itself to you. Do you want to sit on the board of this charity? Oh my gosh, I love this charity. I love what they stand for. Yes, let me do it. Or maybe something else presents itself to you. Get a chance to be a coach on a platform like yours. Go do it where your calling is. You know, like when we get that calling, go do it.
What if you don't like or enjoy what the calling is? Because some people have a purpose and people say, you're good at that, but I don't like that. I'm not happy doing that.
Well, then it's not for you.
Okay.
Maybe that's a skill.
If you don't enjoy it, it's not for you. Like you have to wake up and love what you do.
That's right.
I wake up and I love what I do. I love the people I serve. I love waking up. In fact, when I don't get up and help people and I'm shopping all day or cleaning my house or doing stuff, which I feel like, oh, I got loads done today.
Yeah.
I feel like I've diminished my light. I don't feel like I'm in power. When I was a single mom and I wasn't working, or back before that when I was just married and a housewife, both times I felt like this is not right. Something is not right because I had the illness, so I couldn't work. And before that, I didn't, and I had everything, and I saw both sides, and it was terrible. So I was like, I got to do something for me that actually helps other people. And there and behold was born my career.
Can you talk about, because this is so important, because when you get to it, now we talked about this a little bit on Legacy Builders. Can you talk about how important it is for, once you start that journey of really healing and looking at yourself, how important it is to get relationships that reflect the healthier aspects of your brain and how you think now?
Love this question. I get asked this all the time. I literally got asked this today in my scripting society. Yo, this is so important. Okay, so here's your vibe. You just got clean, yeah, right? And then you go jump in mud. What was the point in getting clean if you're gonna go jump in mud? Okay, you're gonna go back in the shower again. So what really you gotta do is look around you and go, you are an average of the 5 people you're spending time with. Who am I spending time with? Because those people are rubbing off on me. So you got each other, you got your other beautiful daughter there, you got your amazing producer, you lot are vibing. Now, when there's people around you who you're spending too much time with, who are bringing the energy down or bringing the vibe down, vibration.
Energies are contagious.
Absolutely. Then that will lower your average. So I surrounded myself with people online. I wasn't even around them because it was during COVID, who were like-minded or one step above. So that I was able to become more like them. I didn't want to be more like me. I wanted to be more like them. So you have to look around you and say, who am I around? Now I'm going through this rebirth. And the first time you know you're going through the right rebirth is people around you be like, either positive things like, whoa, you're glowing, what's happened? Or, I don't know why, like, you're acting like this.
Different.
Or
You're
why are
acting
you
different.
doing that on your Instagram? Or like, why is your thing suddenly gone up? Or like, why? Because you're evolving. And here's how it works. Sometimes strangers in life will be happier for you than your own friends. And I'll explain why. Because your friends came from the same place that you came from.
How did you get there?
But you got out and they're still there. And that is why they're not happy for you. And so we have to go, who makes me feel good as the new version of me, as my new avatar? Who is around me and makes me feel like the queen or the king that I am? Like, who makes me feel empowered? And if these people don't match my energy, ciao.
Yeah. I went through that too, you know.
You went?
Yeah,
You
I
still
went
go,
and I
but
go
okay.
through it. Yeah. Because, you know, I have
out.
people that just say, oh, man, you act different. And I'm like, nah, I ain't no act. You know, I am different. Like, you're trying to relate to me 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Like, you should be different too. You know, so a lot of times, you know, especially coming from our environment and our community, you know, they like you said, stuck. But what it is not only are they stuck physically, they're stuck mentally, which is the biggest part of it. And so as you elevate, it's not my job to come back down to you. It's your job to do this, you know. And when that doesn't happen, there's a disconnect. And so that's where you get the oh, you acting funny, oh, you acting different. No, this
Water
ain't
will
no act.
always seek to level itself, and it's like I just feel like either you're gonna rise to the occasion or you're gonna bring me back down here. But I like that you are so cutthroat about it, because what I don't, and this is just me personally, because I'm just saying, take my daddy and my mama to tell you about that, but I like that, especially as women, especially, as a beautiful woman, on top of that, it's like people want you to be soft. And it's like, no, I have to have these strong boundaries, because the energetic output that it takes for me to show up in my purpose, to, bestow my light on you, to reciprocate all of this energy, I have to take care of myself. I have to set those boundaries.
Yeah.
I can't have people coming in just trying to have proximity, or access to your success, and not just monetary, but even mentally and emotionally and spiritually. People will come and harvest you. So I love that you are cutthroat about, no, you got to go. If you can't love
Harvest?
the healthy people will energetically harvest your energy.
Yes,
yes.
That's so good. No, they will. People will come around you, but
Yes.
they don't even get near to me. Like, I have layers. I have a team. I have people around me. Like, even when I show up to an event, I have an entourage of people. Like,
Yes,
you're not even getting near to me. But
Wow.
if you do, and that means you've filtrated through something, or maybe you just caught me at that moment. Usually I know it's like a sign. Like, that will be like a blessing. I'll be like, there's something I need to do for this person.
I see my ass. I'm Mr. Accessible. You
I
know what I mean?
have to
I'm
tell
accessible
him, listen,
to.
no, you've been getting
Wait,
too
what star
comfortable.
sign are you?
He's a Leo. I'm
You're
a Capricorn.
Leo.
He's a Leo.
I'm a Capricorn.
I'm a girl. Okay.
Oh my God, I love it. What
That's
birthday?
why January 5th.
9th. Oh my God, crazy.
Look
The other day when I asked somebody that, I was like, you're a Capricorn, been vibing for like 2 hours. She's a journalist. And I was like, what sign is she? Capricorn. I'm like, what date? She's like, January 9th. I'm like, oh my God,
we
me too. That's so
understand.
crazy.
We understand.
That's
We're
so
goading up
nice.
in here.
But Leo, I mean, you're strong as fuck. Like, you should, it's surprising that you.
But I'm accessible because I'm strong. You know what I mean? So because I can bear it, because I can take it. You know what I mean?
okay.
So
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but sometimes, it
My
gets on
son's
my
a Leo.
nerves. Sometimes
My son's a Leo.
because of me trying to be accessible, because I'm trying to help everybody, my mother used to tell me everybody can't go. And still here at this big age of mine, I still sometimes figure like, no, they can go. They just don't know any better.
I have
But
to reel him in.
Yeah.
That's so interesting.
People think he's the cutthroat monster. It's actually me that'll be like, no, get him out of here now. I don't care. I don't want it. No questions. He know what he did when he did it. Energetically, you know what you did when you did it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And see, my thing, I'm like, no, well, they just don't know. They're ignorant. So, let me twist it back for them. Let me give them some grace. And she has no room for grace. But I want to ask you being a woman and how difficult is it navigating this space, even professionally, as a woman in a male-dominated arena?
I mean, I went into it like, this is perfect because it's not saturated. I saw it in a way of like, this is amazing. Like, I'm going to be one of the only women in this space. And I just ran with it. And I ran with it and I ran with it. And a lot of men who were so intimidated by my light were like, oh, she's this. Okay, sweetie. I just call that small dick syndrome. Like, I'm so unbothered.
Yes.
If you have to talk about a girl who's like half your age, there's a serious problem
Exactly.
here. Like, all I do is help people. Like, what the fuck is your issue?
Yeah.
So I go with it. I go into it like, if it was saturated, I think that would be more of a problem because like then it would be like, oh God, where am I going from here? But I have the upper hand is there's so few women doing what I do at my level, and there's so many women who are coaches, but very few who come to the level I do. It's like going through a pressure cooker, and there's like 2 or 3 at the very top.
But you have a dominant personality too, and I feel like men, because I feel like men align themselves with strength regardless. So it's like once you get past that, they have no choice but to respect it and kind of fall in line after anyway.
Most people do like that. I'm on stage with like the greats like Eric Thomas. I've spoken with Gary Vee. Like I could list out the people I speak with who are just phenomenal beings and like amazing. And I always, when I was like coming up as a motivational speaker, I always wanted to have a voice like a man. I was like, how do I make my voice like a man? So I was like, no, I'm going to use my female voice and just project it in a way that is like going to the back of the arena. I don't even need a mic. Like,
Oh, wow. Wow. Let me ask you being such a domineering woman and having this big energy, has that made, did that, because I know you're married now, correct?
No, I'm not married anymore.
Oh, okay.
I got, separated, divorced, whatever.
Okay.
Like,
Okay,
way-
so-
a while ago. I'm with a new partner.
Okay. So
Yeah.
does the big energy, did that make it difficult to date? and find
yes, actually, in some ways, but the people I go for, I manifest. So it's like I fish and I know I'm gonna get the freaking unicorn that swims. Like it's, you know,
Girl,
like
I gotta do that.
or like
Unicorn
the
that
dolphin.
swims.
Yeah, right. Like or the dolphin. I know. What I go for. So like I'm like a lioness. Like I don't like if I walk into a room, if you can't handle my shine, you are not for me. So I never really met that kind of thing. When I was going for the wrong kind of man, yes, I struggled because they were more beta and then I would overpower them when I realized, okay, I actually need an alpha who puts me in my place.
Right.
And so I've hang my trousers up at the door and I become like, this is very new.
Yeah.
And like my guy, he's a star too. So we're both stars and we're both huge energy.
Yeah.
So like I know when to, you know, go quiet or, you know, he'll be like, okay, baby, go to bed now. Or like, I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, but at the same time, he loves it when I shine.
Yes.
Okay.
So, you know, I just
love that
have
for
to be
you.
with somebody who loves the fact that I also shine and that they shine too.
Okay. What? No. So, hey, listen, that's great advice and great game. Because, you know, I hope one day to have grandkids, you know, and
His brother here?
no. So with that being said, you know, this one shares that same light, that same fire that you have, which I think,
See.
you know, she has to, you know, like how you had to figure it out to
Yeah.
cast that and get the
Yeah.
right one that you felt like you wanted to do that.
Yes.
You know, she has
You have to do the same, but you don't wait for them to come to you, honey. You just manifest it. But I want a
Yes.
man who's really empowered, who's really strong, who adores me. I wrote it all down the list. I was like, I
have a
want
list
this.
too.
Exactly.
Yes.
But then here's the trick. Go through that list and mark yourself out of 10. For every attribute you wrote down, anything you're under an 8 out of 10 on, you need to lift up. So if you're not that ambitious, but you want a 10 out of 10 on ambition, you're going to attract what you are. You don't attract what you want.
Yes.
You attract what you are. So I'm like, oh God, I want this, I want this, I want this. I need to raise my energy up to it.
Yeah, but she I don't know about that though,
Well,
because
no,
who
no.
she's attracted have been, you know, I mean,
She makes a very valid point because
Okay.
remember, it also goes back to belief system. So
Okay.
even though I've always been this, if I didn't believe that, okay, there's a man that could match me, then I would still attract betas because I'm not really standing 10 toes down in my belief that I could get that. You know
You
what I
need
mean?
like something like your daddy. Like you need somebody really like, you know, that's true.
That's a fact. That's
We
a fact.
raise our
That's a
kids
fact.
how we want to
Yeah.
be. Like
Yeah.
you want to be with someone who adores you, but
Yeah.
is strong
Yeah.
and doesn't mind you. Like shine, baby. Like,
Yes.
you know,
Yes.
I'm already
Yes.
my own thing. Shine.
Yes,
Yeah.
That's
very
how
true.
you want it to
Because
be.
they feel like I'm taking away from them, or it would.
That it's the
become
wrong
a
guy. They have to have a, like a
Yes.
bigger bank account than you. Like just don't feel threatened by me, or we build together and you still
Exactly.
don't feel threatened.
Exactly.
Like I don't care what your bank account is, but don't feel threatened by mine. We'll build together.
Right.
Like when you want to invest in something, I'll match you. Like
Yeah.
But you know what it is though, girl? Because you know what, and I know, and I've identified this because I did that. I dated my last relationship. He out-earned me at least by 5 or 10 times. But what I noticed, I said, you know what? It's not just the money. It's the characteristics that I have,
Yeah.
the attributes, the discipline, the consistency. Like you said, the energy. And you can't teach it. You can't go cash it out at the bank. You have to cultivate that within yourself. And it takes hard self-work that just most people, including men, don't want to do. So I feel like when they see me, it's like I would mirror back to them everything that they didn't like about themselves.
That's like a twin flame and a mirror.
yes,
So you have to
unhealthy.
decide, do you want to go for a twin flame, which is
divine partner.
right, where you're in a relationship, they mirror
Yes.
everything, or do you want to go for a soulmate? Okay, and there's a very big difference. A soulmate, you can have a beautiful, loving relationship, and you won't. You know, you'll grow more with a twin flame because it triggers you so much. But then I prefer being with a soulmate where you don't have the triggering. But
I feel like I'm listening in on girl talk.
You are. This is so cool. Literally. I mean, when you with
Yes.
someone.
Yeah, I'm married
My
to her
mother.
mom.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, amazing!
Yeah.
That's so
32 years.
beautiful.
I'm 31.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
God,
You
that's
gonna say
like.
your age?
That's so beautiful. Wait, you look super young.
Yeah, I'm
God, I
almost
love
50.
that.
I'm
no
close.
way. You look
Yes.
super young, but
Thank
this
you.
is so crazy. I love that. So wait, you're like, this is exactly it. You're like, that's a great example. So you'll find somebody who is like your daddy, who's in a committed, loving relationship. And that for me is like the most important thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I've demonstrated balance because I've evolved because we grew up together because I had her so young. I had her at 16.
course.
So,
Yeah, for
so
sure.
with that, she's seen me evolve, you know.
That's
but I've always
amazing.
been I've always been
Yeah.
hard, but I know how to dial it back. You would say I have balance.
For sure.
I have
Yeah.
balance.
Especially, and I mean, my mother, she's not in the forefront type of woman, but
Yeah.
she's very much like education, career driven.
Love that.
And he's facilitated that.
Yeah.
So having, yes, like you said, a man that supports this, no, I want you to shine in whatever it is that you
Love
want to do.
that. Love that.
And I'm the same way too. It's like, can you check me sometimes? Like, why do I always have to do the checking? Like, check me sometimes, and just be that big energy. Yes. I agree.
You
I
just
love
have to be with somebody that they're gonna look out for you, gonna look out for them.
Yes.
Right.
Like, how's your mental today? Good. How's
Exactly.
yours? Like, check in for each other. Just like be there. Be like, get back in line. Be more like, be more like how you're meant to be.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
someone who doesn't nag you. Somebody who
That's
like
right.
adores
Girl.
you.
Right.
Because
That's right.
like praise is so much easier to get
Yep.
somebody to change.
That's
Like,
right.
you're so good at this. Like, focus more on that than
Yeah.
like the other
Then
stuff.
criticizing, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I always say people, they'll compliment you, they'll whisper the compliments and yell the criticism.
Wow,
Yes.
powerful.
That's
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so true.
Yeah, you have to not do that.
No.
Yeah, but listen, I know you have to run, so we're
I,
not
I
gonna
could
keep
talk
you.
for another hour.
I know we
I'm sitting
could.
here like,
So listen, you have an open invitation.
Yes,
You are
we're
always
here.
welcome
You're
here. This is
so
home whenever you want to
amazing.
come because we
Thank
love your energy. We love
you.
your
Thank
message. So you
you.
can always come whenever. But listen, do you have any new projects, any new books, anything going on?
my
that you
book
wanna-
right now is Be It Till You Become It. That's my best-selling book, USA Today and Wall Street Journal bestseller. It's doing really well. It's like it was Barnes & Noble #1 on their entire online site when it first came out. And you can buy it everywhere, literally everywhere. If you want to order it right now, it's on Amazon, the quickest way to do it, rather than
it
go
is.
to a store. And I'm on tour all the time. I'm always on a stage in a city near you. Like, just watch my Insta. That was such a good fucking campaign. Just have a look on my Instagram because I always have my ads on there. If you go on my social media, you'll always see we put like tour dates up where I'm going to be. I do book signings. I'm on stage. And yeah, I've got some really, really cool shows coming up that I'm doing. And I love it. So.
Nice. Well, we love your energy. She's going to have to come to Legacy
she is,
Builders.
But wait a minute. Legacy Builders, and we got to get her top 5.
Top
top
five?
five.
Okay. So,
Legacy
yes.
Builders.
So, no, you do the Legacy Builders.
Okay. Wait, what?
Yeah, you do it.
Okay. So wait, what do you want me to say?
What did you want me to say?
Whatever you was gonna say. Now we doing a call.
Well, I said it
So,
at the
okay.
beginning. I said it at the beginning.
So we have a private community, my dad's private community, Legacy Builders, that we're spearheading, and it's around mind, money, and motivation. So it's teaching people, one, health. You can't do anything if you're not healthy. So we do implement a lot of medical medium protocols. It's around motivation, how to monetize your brand, and what else do we have going on?
Monetizing your brand, monetizing social media.
And mindset.
Yep, mindset.
Yes, and mindset
Yes.
and mental health.
Love it.
And so we have coaches that come on. We would invite you there too.
Yes,
as
yes.
well.
We would love to have you.
Oh my God, sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, we'd love to
please.
have you.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah. Let me know when and we'll make it happen.
Definitely appreciate that.
Yes,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. Okay.
Yep. So on that note, we're gonna let you run because we know you have to go.
Yes.
So we appreciate
Thank
this.
you.
Yes, thank you for coming. My beautiful daughter, Rachel Renee, Natasha Graziano, and Big Court. We're out for Holdin Court Podcast. Salute.
Why ain't I see you around?